You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show.
The problems of podcasting.
Oh, they said, connection failed? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on it. It didn't even give me like a little bloop,
Yes. Yeah.
disconnected.
This guy has to be on their P's and Q's.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Zoom is taking over.
Well, it's Zoom and there's something else. There's lots of
Teams.
There's lots of shit with
Yeah.
video conferencing and stuff. Oh, I have one on my phone.
GoToMeeting.
There's like a bunch of them now. It's crazy. Crazy.
The need, the need for people to connect.
Well, and then just like work, I guess.
Yeah.
In general.
True.
So, yeah. So we got 2 hours?
Yeah.
Cool.
10:05 is like the hard cut. I gotta go get Jess from work.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
7:05.
You wanna free ball it or old school or whichever?
Let's just catch up. Yeah, have a little conversation.
Sure, yeah.
Just go see how it feels, because
it's been
got some news.
It's been some fucking minutes.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of missed it. I got the itch a little bit ago. I was like, "What's this weird feeling?" Well, know what? Run it. We'll bring it up on the show. This is our problem. Remember our problem? We always talk about the shit before we get it on the tape.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up recording one last night with Nate Fu.
Okay.
We just sat back and drank whiskey and shot the shit. And then he proceeded to both give deep cuts going all the way back to yourself from like 2 years ago. Oh gosh, I can't even remember what it was, but I recognized it as a Mikeism. And he did lots of berating because he's the only person in the universe who bought Google Stadia. So he was like, he was pimping it.
It's him and no one else. Him and Google Stadia's mom.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. So, what's new? It's been so long. I think we talked a little bit at the beginning of quarantine, and then just sporadically in text. But I think it's been a while since we've had like a conversation about things and stuff. You still there? Oh, motherfucker. What is happening?
Doing shots on that.
Oh, wait. It reconnected. You were totally gone.
I could hear you the entire time.
Oh, really? Okay.
See if I can find my backup mic. How about that?
Yeah. So you're on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Huh. That shouldn't be shitty.
No,
Yeah.
usually not.
That's weird.
Of course, I have to, as I start my computer up. It's like, oh, you want this Skype update?
Mm-hmm.
Skype, I swear to God, Skype, you got 3 more times to do this when I need you. And then I'm going to go to fucking Zoom. I'll pay for it, bitch. Yeah, I heard you said you and Afu had a podcast last night.
Yeah, we did a podcast last night. And we just kicked back around 8 p.m. my time, since he's the same time zone, after he put his kitties down.
Mm-hmm.
Just had probably too much whiskey and shot the shit for several hours.
What, too much whiskey? There's never too much whiskey.
I mean, I felt it this morning.
Oh, I'm sure.
So that was a little too much whiskey.
That's true.
That would have been too much.
Jess had her first hangover.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she just never drink?
Oh, no, she has. She just hasn't drank when she's in her 30s. So I told her,
oh my
don't
God,
drink like you're a little kid. Don't drink like you're 22 anymore.
I relate to that so hard.
I had a couple beers. I was good. I had like, yeah. I mean, I maybe drank till excess. I had like 7, 8 beers, but like I was still okay.
Yeah, but I mean, that's beer though. Beer's pretty light.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like beer gets you
to a specific point, and then you're like, I'm good. You don't get hungover. If you get hungover from beer, you drank like a 30 rack.
Yeah, or just a ridiculous amount of light beer, because you can pound light beer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's why it's at ball games, you know. So
it's at ball games, so you can have like, oh man, I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 Miller Lite.
Well, I mean, it's also there so you can, attempt to enjoy baseball, but whatever.
Yeah, can enjoy. True. Man, that is true words have never been spoken, sir.
Yeah, well, Okay, so before I guess Skype cuts out, I think we're still recording. It looks like. So I guess we're just still rolling. That's what's happening.
Okay. Usually I'm so used to you doing the whole cut in thing. So I'm like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't done the cut in thing in like 3 months. Actually, it was hilarious. Oh. Nate wouldn't stand for it, so he yelled it out anyway.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. I see people have missed the cut-ins. But yeah, so like what's been going on? How's your quarantine life?
Oh man, quarantine life. I've watched a lot of shows, a lot of movies. I played a fair few amount of games. Wrote a lot.
Yeah.
Drank often. I think everyone can attest to the same quarantine life. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, I feel that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know of too many people who've actually been tested for it. Like you got tested, didn't you? Twice. Oof.
Yeah.
All good in the hood, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Good. Yeah, everything's good. I got the nose like in the back of your fucking head test. I got one of those, and then I got the antibody test done. That's just like you prick your finger. It's just like have you ever gotten your blood sugar checked?
No.
Well, it's basically like they pop your finger with like a little needle. They take like a couple drops of blood. It runs it through, I don't know, the Matrix. Fucking time now. And
runs it through the Matrix. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just tells you if you had the antibody, the antibodies for it.
Yeah.
That's what it tells you. It tells you if you had that. I mean, I'm negative both ways. So.
Oh, so you don't have antibodies? So you didn't have it?
No.
And it.
So I've never had it, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, like one of the things that keeps running in my head during all this thing is that In February, I was like super fucking sick for like a week. Like couldn't get out of bed sick. Like I was like, holy shit, I've been this sick in years. So I'm kind of hoping that, I secretly had it and I kicked it, because the paranoia is real, man.
Oh yeah.
The paranoia is real.
It's bananas, man, because you feel like I mean, if I see somebody with a mask on, I'm just like, all right, put your goddamn mask on. Now I treat you like you're hostile. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just common courtesy.
It's just crazy because like I'm not gonna name names, like like I've been to hospitals here, and like the protocols for their COVIDness is just fucking stupid. Just be like some old broad be like, or some old broad will just be like, hey, you got COVID? And I was like, I don't think so. And she's like, okay, cool, get a badge and go in. I'm like, no mask, no any of this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? So I mean, I wore a mask and shit anyways, but it's ridiculous, Yeah. And like, how's your toilet paper situation?
Oh, I'm straight. I'm good.
Oh, sweet. Good for you. Good for you.
I'm good.
We got late to the game on the toilet paper, and there was a week there where I was like, I'm gonna start tearing up clothes. But
it's weird. Like before this happened, Jess and I, we just went out we went grocery shopping, a normal thing. And we were like, we need toilet paper, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I'll just grab this 4-pack, and she's like, just grab the big econo pack for. And I'm like, why? She's like, you never know what might happen. I'm like, all right, cool.
Good for her.
It into the cart.
Good for her.
And then like, as soon as this shit hit, she just looked at me. She said, "I'm Nostradamus," and I'm like, "Fair not, fair not."
Exactly.
It's like, no.
Yeah, like So like we had a Costco pack, and like we burned through it, and then Brock thankfully found some shit at some places. And then it just straight up became paranoia and toilet paper watch for a few weeks, And not to completely tell the same stories I told last night, but like I got in pretty deep with it with Nate and stuff, because he's still working as well during this. He thankfully is still at full hours or whatever, even though he's working aerospace. But yeah, no, like. If you guys didn't listen to the prior podcast where I was with Nefu, we got hit pretty hard with the COVID thing. Jessica had to get let go from the job where we all work. She's working at Amazon now, working nights and still doing school. So that's been huge strain on our relationship. Me and Brock are down to 4 hours a day for 4 days a week. So like, not even straight half hours, like less than half hours, which has not been great on the finances. Something I didn't talk about in last night's show was, and I don't know if any Fork member noticed this, but all of the podcasts were down for the month of March because I didn't have any money. And apparently, if you miss payments, which is odd because I've never missed a payment to Liberated Syndication, they just lock it, just lock that shit down until you pay, which is fine. I mean, that's fair, But I found out completely by accident. Like, it was weird. I didn't get an email that like a payment bounced or was declined or whatever. Like, I was just like, oh, I feel like checking out my podcast, and then like I hit it on the Apple Podcasts on my phone, and then it was just like file not found, and I was like, what? And then I investigated. Then they're like, your account's overdue. Account services are suspended, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Yeah, I mean, I never do that. It's wild because I've been doing it for so ridiculously long period of time. Just never knew.
I found that out when with the whole RNG cast thing.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was just, I mean, because everyone probably knows now. You know, I had a bad problem for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like it seemed like the pot like Destiny and the podcast thing
Mm-hmm.
was just kind of like the main trigger for it, I guess would be the way to put it. Like it made
Really?
like yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Not all the podcasts. It just seemed like it was the Destiny stuff that got it. Like I deleted Destiny off my PlayStation.
Oh, I mean,
I don't follow nobody that's Destiny centric anymore.
I mean that's probably a healthy thing at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's just me purging. You know, it
Sure.
was just me purging, but like I mean, I'm almost hold on. I'm trying to count the days here. I am almost a year.
Destiny free?
No, sober. Clean and sober.
Oh, okay.
No,
They're the same thing.
Pretty much. Destiny free. I'm like 7 months. 7 months, 3 days, and 14 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stopped playing end of November.
Yeah.
Like that expansion was good, but it wasn't. I mean, they just the same old shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like they're like, oh, well, here, buy this pass and get stuff, and then you're like, okay, well, what do I really get? And they're like, you get this stuff that that you can get eventually anyway, and I'm like, why am I paying you money?
Well, I drew the line when the season pass was like a fucking month, and then there was a new one in December, and I was like, okay, no, no.
Well, what Destiny does, and I mean, if you still play Destiny, great. If it tickles your balls, fantastic. If it makes you happy, fantastic. Do what makes you happy in these fucked up hard times. But the way I look at it is Destiny's like that hot girl that used to like lust over in like high school, and then she was like, "Oh, can you do my homework for me?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'll help you do your homework." And then she's like, and then you're like, "Maybe she'll touch me." And then she's like, "What about this?" And you're like, "All right, cool." It's like the fear. It shouldn't be Destiny Year 3. It should be Destiny FOMO, because it's like you better hurry up and get this gun before it goes away forever. People are like, "Oh, I have to hurry up."
Jesus,
my girlfriend hates me now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fucking fantastic analogy. Except now, I think it's gone on so long that you know, the girlfriend who uses all the pocket boyfriends and shoulders to cry on, now she's gotten a bit older and she's just become addicted to plastic surgery, and it's just too much now. There's too much.
You got a crazy cat monster face. Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
You look like you're part feline and then part I don't know. Are you scared or happy? I don't understand you.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I feel better about myself, you know. I don't.
That's good.
I play other games now. I mean, I don't really play other games. I still play Fallout 76 like it's going out of style. But I've played other games.
How's the latest swath of Fallout 76ness treating you?
I love it. It's just it's back on the. I mean, because I didn't know I liked survival games until I started playing survival games. And then it's basically just put it the best way possible. Do you know why you like Fallout 76? And I'm like, no, why? And she's like, it's a survival game set in Fallout. I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, it is. I mean, they're all got survival modes in them, so that's fair.
Well, yeah, but I mean, 76 is way more survivally, because it's like if you don't eat and you don't drink, you're gonna lose health, and you know. And in New Vegas, if you didn't eat you could turn that off. This is just like it's a flat. You need to eat. You need to drink. But I mean, I beat No Man's. I didn't play. Sorry, not No Man's Sky. Forgive me. I played a lot of Ark.
Okay.
Subnautica.
Yeah.
I played and beat Subnautica. Cried at the end of Subnautica.
Cried at Subnautica.
Cried.
Is there a story in Subnautica? I thought it was just finding weird shit.
Yeah, there's a underlying story, but like, it's just I don't know. It's just weird to put it this like the way I'm about to put it, but I kind of made like in the game. There's no living there's no other players. It's just you on this world.
Yeah.
And you find like care packages or time capsules. from other people who've beaten the game.
Oh, yeah. A lot of games do stuff like that.
Yeah, so you can put you can put up to 4 things, like 4 moderately sized things in a time capsule, and a snapshot from your playthrough, and a message.
Mm-hmm.
And I found several of them, and some of them was like, and it was just like a picture of, it's called the cuttlefish, and it's like a little cute fish. It's adorable. It was my best friend the entire time. I named him Pete. So, can't give it a name, but I named him Pete. And it was just like, as soon as I realized I was leaving, I was like, Pete, what am I gonna do, buddy? I can't take you with me. I literally had a conversation with a bunch of pixels and ones and zeros, and I'm like, all right. So I just set them free into my base area, which I made like a huge base. And I was like, all right.
Okay, so you can make bases in that game?
Yeah. And as I was leaving, I was just flying away, and I was like, man, I can't believe I'm gonna miss my suit, my sub, Pete. I was all, and then I just started and then it happened, the end happened, which I won't spoil, just in case somebody wants to play it. And I just started I didn't weep, I just teared up and cried shed a couple tears. But did that played a little bit of The Witcher?
Oh yeah, which one?
Yeah, the Witcher 3.
Okay.
Complete.
How'd that treat you?
It's okay. I mean, I can see why people lose their self to it, but the magic system's a little wonky for me. But other than that, I could get into it.
Okay, yeah, because the thing that I always heard from Self-Made Dame or Damien Newman was it's one of those games where either you're gonna love the magic in combat or you're gonna fucking hate the magic in combat, but like everything else.
Yep, I get that.
Okay.
And I'm in the middle of it, actually. I don't hate it and I don't love it. It's just kind of in the weird way, I'm just do I have to do magic? Can I just be a badass swordsman? The game's pretty much yes, you have to do combat. And I'm like, well, fuck, all right, just gotta get good at it. But what have you been playing, man?
So on the thing with Nate, I actually didn't cover all the games, so I'll cover the games that I didn't say with Nate. I started off quarantine by playing Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was strangely cathartic because it's a very well made remake, and every zombie I was just like, fucking die, Corona, fucking so it's strangely cathartic. So I played and beat that. That's a very good remake. I would argue with Resident Evil fans that Resident Evil 2 is as good as I quote unquote remember Resident Evil 4 being. So everybody holds 4 on a pedestal of perfectness. Let's see, what else did I play? Play a little bit of Witcher 2, actually, which I'm told is radically different gameplay-wise than 3. The story is really fucking strong in Witcher 2, which is also what I've heard. It's definitely a old-ass game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about the old-assness in that game. Let's see. I've been playing some Sea of Thieves here and there. Lots of just a fucking shit ton of there's so much content in that game now, Mike. I can't keep up with the content that's in that game now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been actually doing a lot of PlayStation VR shit. Just to also kind of stay active while being indoors. I played Beat Saber until I threw my shoulder out.
Okay.
Let's see. I checked out. There was a little freebie, Spider-Man Far From Home VR demo thing. But I wasn't expecting much because I remember they had a little VR demo thing for the first movie that came out years and years ago, and it was terrible. And this one was surprisingly better. They actually let you swing around in New York, which was obviously wish fulfillment fantasy.
Yeah.
And then last week they actually had a demo for the PlayStation exclusive Iron Man VR. And I gotta say, they do some shit in that VR that I've like not like. It's a really good example of a game, and you can tell that like Sony put a lot of money into it, and they like did a lot of thinking with it because you're using the Move controllers, the dumb fucking glowy wands, right?
Yeah.
But like before you play, like they have you do like these weird movements with the wands to like measure your actual arm length instead of just having like, oh, you know, your arms, you know. So then when you look down, you know, when you're in the Iron Man suit, like your arms, like when you move your arms actually look accurate to your own body.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of, it's a subtle, but it like really completes the like power fantasy thing of it, you know? And then the other thing that's definitely never been done before in any video game, to my knowledge, is like they actually have you fly the Iron Man suit the exact way that you've seen it done in the movies. So you would put your hands out and you're using those as your thrusters. So you're like literally like, so you lean forward and you put them behind you like to activate your thrust, and you're like flying forward and you're kind of guiding by moving your head. But then if you're like going too fast, you just fucking put your arm out and that's the fucking thruster. So you can just like fucking like corner like a fucking crazy person, but it like totally works, you know? So that's pretty fucking sick. And the demo itself, like it teaches you shit from the get-go, and then I guess it's like the first level of the actual game, and it's like it's such a great like Iron Man power trip, because it's like you're on like a Stark private jet, and then like some fucking robot thing like blows up half the plane, and your Iron Man suit is like in the like the briefcase Iron Man armor thing, and it of course flies out the plane after it explodes. So you have to leap out of the plane and then skydive to then slowly assemble your suit while falling, which is fucking awesome. And so you're like actually like reaching out with your hand and like slipping the glove on like while you're falling, dodging debris. Like it's a fucking trip. And then they do a really smart thing where, you know, that the heads up display that you would kind of imagine you'd be seeing, you know, like from the movies. Not only is it very useful, but they put stuff far enough out of your vision, so it's like you have a very clear field of view. So, you know, it's not like the fucking health bar and like all the shit that's like there. It's like right in your fucking face. It's like almost on your periphery. So you actually have to use your eyeballs to like look more towards like the left corner, which would be where the you know, like a 3D radar would be, or like look further down, like you know, so you can like either focus on the action or you can look at one of your heads up display things. It's just really fucking smartly designed. And I went from why is Sony doing a you know, exclusive Iron Man VR game that they're not promoting very well at all, you know, to this is actually really good, and I'm super fucking stoked to play the full game. So I've been doing that. I've been playing the usual fucking games that I always play with the guys online, the Rocket League and the Rainbow Six, and I think I texted you a little bit about this, but they shamed me into getting Monster Hunter World with them.
Okay.
And it so Monster Hunter World is definitely a very, very good game if you can get by the learning curve, of which there's a full flat, you know, if it's like a 1 to 10, it's a full 10 learning curve. And they also don't have any tutorial. So it's like a straight vertical learning curve there, that you're either going to get over that wall and it'll click, or you're not. And I wanted on podcast record here that I've played all the other different Monster Hunters, and I played Monster Hunter World when it had its open beta years ago or whatever, and I could get the appeal, but it just wasn't for me, And so, like my PSN game group, like they got this game and they had it for like a week and a half before I eventually broke down, and it was just constant, like, oh, it's so good, you should get the game, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, fuck you guys, and then immediately caved to peer pressure. And so, I mean, it's fucking, ultimately, after you do all the shit, it's another Destiny. It's another fucking hunt and grind, looty fucking grinding, fuck you with RNG bullshit, fucking habitual cycle of hate,
Yeah.
And I played it fucking hard, dude. Like anytime I wasn't at work, like slept less, like I just played it like day in and day out. And in, I would say, a couple weeks time, I'd beaten the base game and then beaten the pretty sizable expansion that they have for it, and that content was super fun, and then like the guys wanted to like keep grinding and do all this other high tier bullshit, and it's like the same exact shit just with like more stats, more numbers, and it was just like, man, this just ain't. It's like, this is Destiny again. Like this is just a horrible grind again, and like I don't want that. So I bowed out of that. Like it was weird. Like I don't recommend getting peer pressure into a game. Obviously, that was dumb. But for the time I did enjoy it with the core content, is very good. It was very fun. But then just like Destiny or Anthem or probably Warframe, if you get up high enough, it's just, loot grindy Festville.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, did that. Me and Brock got into Predator Hunting Grounds. That's the best Predator game that has ever been made, hands down, which probably isn't saying much in the history of Predator games, because there's probably only been a handful. But man, they nail the Predator side. They nail not like being a human fighting the Predator. Like it's so fucking good. If the servers work.
Oh.
So they're still pretty new. They just came out. They launched May 5th, I want to say. So they're still working out some kinks. Like the game runs fine, like it's not like it's not like designed badly, or programmed badly, but it's just like the servers are so fucking hit and miss. Like it's either insta find a game, insta everything's fine, or it's like waiting a fucking hour and there's no in between. it's
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you, Siri. Actually, why are you fucking talking? You're in silent mode. What the fuck? So that's a really fun game, and apparently, as of today, they just added Arnold to the game, so you can play as his character Dutch, and I guess he re-recorded new. I don't know if you're a Predator guy or not, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's one of those fun franchises. You know what I mean? You can watch and be like, this is a fun movie. It's sort of like The Expendables.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
you don't watch it
it's
cinematically beautiful.
It's an action movie from the 80s with some sci-fi horror elements,
Sure.
That's exactly what it is.
Also, there was 11 Predator games, by the way, including this newest one.
Okay. Well, it's definitely up there.
Now, is it like God damn it, Friday the 13th
Nope.
or the so it's not the Predator hunting the humans?
No. So it is. So here's where it differs. And it's funny you brought up Friday the 13th because it's actually made by that developer.
Dead by Daylight. That was the other game I was thinking
Yes.
of.
So
I couldn't remember it.
It is asymmetrical multiplayer. So there's 4 real humans playing Marines in first person fighting a predator who's in third person who's hunting them. However, the maps are huge. They're all jungle based, which is good in my opinion because that's where the predator should be. Should be a jungle. I don't care if it's the alien planet, but it should be a jungle. You know, that's just my opinion.
It would be cool playing in the city, though. Picture that. The hanging meat room where it's cold, the predator can't see. You know what I mean? Every now and then, a little of the aerosolized nitrogen goes off.
I'm one of those ones who hate Predator 2.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm in that camp. Sorry, it's just so I don't know. I digress. So anyway, the Predator game. So predators, like running around in the jungle. You've got all of the predator accoutrements and stuff. You know, you got your cloak, you got your heat vision, you've got your snarl, you've got your combi stick, you've got your combat glaive disc thing, you've got your catch net, you've got like a noise maker thing that you can trigger to make your predator sounds even though you're not there, and you know, all this stuff. But on the Marine side, so the Marines load into the map, they're actually doing like a full-on first-person shooting like mission, like with objectives and combat and other AI, just like what's the, you know, other Smurfs and stuff.
Okay.
So, and then that's randomized between each map. There's like a set of rotating objectives. So it'll be like, okay, you know, your mission is to infiltrate this guerrilla's compound where they've been selling narcotics, bust the drug lord and kill him and exfiltrate. And then the Predator's doing his own fucking thing.
And the Predator's just like, I'm just going to kill everything.
Yeah, and so the match, like the total endgame objective can change depending on what happens in the match. So if the Predator kills like a bunch of the Marines and it's like down to 1 Marine, you know, you have to either kill the Predator or get the fuck out of there and exfil. If the Marines complete a bunch of the objectives, they have to go to an exfil point and then radio a helicopter to come in, and then the helicopter's got a spawn timer, while the guerrillas, or, you know, whatever, mercs, whoever the fuck you're fighting, doesn't matter, nameless enemies, number, insert name here, while they're fighting
B.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then of course the Predator, you know, is out there to hunt the humans. But the beautiful part about the Predator thing is, because the map is filled with AI combatants with the heat vision, Predator doesn't always know whether it's an AI or it's you, right? So Predator's hanging up in the trees, and there's a bunch of tree, they disgustingly call it Predcore in the game, in the tutorial thing, where you like swing up into the trees and there's like a whole branch traversal system. But so, you know, and he's like cloaked and he's looking down, and, you know, he can be looking down on the compound and he can see like, you know, 30 dudes, and he's like, okay, which one of these dudes is the Marines that I'm looking for, you know, because he doesn't know right away. I mean, it's you know, obvious if you're paying attention, you know, if because that's the other thing, you know, the Marines can also go total stealth, you know, which makes it harder for the Predator, because he would just see them dropping down. There's 100% a mud up mechanic, so you can like muddy yourself up, and it, you know, it blurs the the heat vision for the Predator, which is fucking cool.
Oh, wow.
There's also the other thing that affects the game is, so, the Marines are doing these objectives, whatever it is, kill the drug lord, blow up attack helicopter, a bunch of different objectives. But if the Predator comes down, they obviously want to fight the Predator because the Predator's going to fuck them up, right? But what you can do then is, so Predator has 2 bars. He's got an energy bar, which runs his stuff like his energy shots or his plasma cannon, and then of course his cloak. And then he's also got a usual health bar, and then he's also got a stamina bar too. So what happens when the Predator comes down into combat is you can damage the Predator, and of course the neon glowing blood flies off of him, which is also another way that you can track him. So if he's running away on the ground, it's like, okay, well, he ran north. And then if you do enough damage to put Predator into critical condition, so it'd be below 10% health, he flashes white. And one of 3 things can happen at that point. You can keep damaging the Predator and kill him, or the Predator can run away and escape, or the Predator can trigger the Predator bomb. And so...
Does he do the laugh?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. So what happens is, so if the Marines kill a Predator, and if they haven't done too much damage to him, the Marines' audio gets hijacked by whatever Predator hunting force or whatever. They're like, you gotta secure the body. We've got special forces coming inbound, but there are other people who are trying to claim the body. And so then it's like a crazy fight against a bunch of higher level NPCs. And you're trying to actually physically protect the damage to the body. Like they're trying to damage the body so that you don't get it for scientific research or some shit.
Okay.
Or if the Predator triggers the bomb, several things can happen. A, you can GTFO out of the blast radius. B, you can defuse the bomb, which is not easy because stupid fucking Predator numbers are not human.
It actually has the font, the Predator font.
Oh yeah, it's it's authentic to a T, dude.
Wow. How much is this game?
I think it's $40.
I can spare $40. It's Corona. it's a quarantine. It's a quarantine buy. Jess dyed her hair blue. I can get Predator.
Did she?
Hunting grounds. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did it come out good or did it come out bad?
Oh yeah. No, it came out great.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this is gonna sound terrible. I love my girlfriend regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I find her more attractive, with the different colored hair. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm like, yes, that right there, yes. You know what I'm saying? It just something about that. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
She came out and she was like, babe, don't make fun of me. And I'm like, all right. And she pulled her hair back, and I was like, okay, all right. And I just started chopping my feet around, and she was like, what's the matter? I'm like, nothing. You look great. You look good. And it's like teal blue with a little bit of lavender or purple, like a light purple underneath.
Ooh.
So when she does something with her hair, it makes a really weird prismatic effect, and I'm like,
right. That sounds cool.
Yes, but back on the Predator. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. The
hair weird things in the quarantine.
I mean, hair color's cool. Jessica dyed her hair red right before quarantine. So
red.
I mean, she's got fucking dark brown, almost black hair. So she's got the kind of red where it doesn't look like shit, but not like Carrot Top, because that looks bad on dark hair. You know what I mean? So it's
you just gave it a sheen?
No. It's definitely red. Okay. It's that burgundy kind of red.
Okay.
That doesn't, I don't know. She's all into cosmetics. All that shit. It doesn't fuck with her skin tone and the way her hair. I don't know. She knows more about that shit than I do. It looks good. Not a bad dye job, basically.
Cool.
But yeah, so the Predator thing. So yeah, so you can go and try and fucking defuse the bomb, and you've got like, it's, I don't know, it's like 20 seconds, maybe? I don't know. There's not a real clock. It's the Predator clock. It's clicking it down and stuff, you know? And it's funny because even if the Predator's like definitely been killed, like you start hearing the laugh and he's like, you know, this fucking Predator laugh. I can't do it, you know, and it just keeps getting louder and louder. I think that's probably like the audio clue that you're about to get fucked. So you can defuse the bomb, and then of course everything's good. You're all good. You fight off the Marines, and then you take the corpse and exfil. Or because like that's the other thing. Like there's different ways that each match can end based on the different variables, right? That happen within the match, which is kind of cool. Is Predator could be, you know, could have just murked your whole team. You're all alone. The fire team does get like one chance to revive the squad, and there'll be like a little sub objective that'll pop up if your squad's been downed, you know, and if you've got them back up and the Predator's down them all except one again, then your command is like, you got to get the fuck out of there, like your squad's gone, like get the fuck out of there, like get to the exfil zone, you know. And so you're hoofing it, you know, trying not to get shot by the NPCs, trying not to alert the fucking Predator, because the Predator doesn't know where your exfil zone is. All the Predator sees is just like it is in the movies, which is his vision or his eyesight, you know? So add on top of all of that, I think there's 5. It's not a lot of maps, but the maps are really big, so it's not a big deal. And there's a lot of different things that happen on the maps. There's 5 maps right now. I think they're adding more. Because I remember way back in December, I think they were aiming for 15 maps, but I think Corona fucked everything up. So I'm sure more maps are coming. And then the other thing is there's insane levels of customization. So both the Marines and the Predators have a point buy system. So you can you've got a point buy system for perks and your gear loadout. The Marines is based on weight, whereas the Predator is based on energy capacity, but it's just a fucking point buy system. You get it.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
And then there's, in addition to that, you've got fully customizable guns for the Marines, from extended mads, different stuff, silencers, you know, usual stuff. But it's nice. It's very nice, deep customization shit too. And then you've got the same thing for the Predator. You can change. I fucking hate some of the lingo in the game. I almost feel like they're memeing in the game. Like you can change the Predator's dreadlocks, which they fucking call predlocks in the game. Predcore, predlocks. It's ridiculous. But you can change the different dreadlocks, the mask, which trophy is hung on the belt. They've got like different skin types from the different Predators across the movies, including new ones. And then there's also a RNG gear system for new cosmetics. You get like Virtuanium or some shit. It's from one of the movies. Yeah. And you get 500 of those, and you get like a little locker thing, and it pops out 3 different things of different rarities. But it's just cosmetic shit. And then you've got levels, which increase your different skills and perks and stuff. And let's see what else. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. But it's a pretty rounded package.
You see, I know a lot. Like I read the novels about the Predators. So like when you said you can change the dreadlocks, I'm like, you can't do that. They get them after they make their first kill, and they're kind of stuck, and they can't make any winces of pain because it's a painful process. Can you take the mask off?
Okay, so that's the other thing. So there's a secret mechanic that people didn't know about the first week. So there's a melee parry system when it's a predator meleeing against a marine. And if a marine parries just right, he'll put the predator into a stun state. And if you do enough damage to the mask will break, and then the predator loses all of his electronic abilities, as well as, obviously his vision, which makes it way harder for the predator. And then he gets a damage debuff as well. So it works really good. And then the other thing is, like, when the predator's like in the trees, like, you can break the limbs, which break the paths of the predator when he's jumping around. So, like, if like, the predator is on a limb, because you can see that little predator light glint, you can be like, oh, fuck, he's in the tree, and then you can break that limb that he's on to drop him down, or break the limbs to prevent him from using that outreach to, get high ground over you. So yeah, there's lots of shit to it, dude. The reason I
asked this is, if you take the mask off the predator, are they blooded?
Is it what?
Blooded. Because, man, I'm gonna show my nerd side.
That's fine. We all know.
If you haven't already noticed. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's well documented, as I like to say.
Yeah.
After the alien, like the xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Were basically, they are like the test for the predators.
No, I know.
Okay, so after
AVP, I've seen all the movies. AVP.
Okay, so if you'll remember, after the girl, I think it was in the movie, the scientist killed a predator or killed an alien, and they took some of the blood and hit her on the forehead with it. That's called blooding. That's them like accepting you as one of their tribe. And everybody gets, all the tribes have like a symbol that's theirs. So it might not, I don't think the game would have that level of detail, but since
there are predator tribe symbols. I mean, it's just a customizable aspect though.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, the different predator symbols are in there, yeah.
All right, fuck it. All right, I'll get it tomorrow. I'm gonna get it tomorrow.
I'll let Brock know. And we'll let you know when we're back from work, because we've been dying to, because it's just me and him. Unfortunately, we don't have a full 5 team to play it all with. But we'll play. They just had an update today, like I said. They added Dutch, and I guess it's like, so just so you know, so the Predator game is apparently within continuity, like it takes place like in like 2019.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so like the I want to say they were set up in AVP or the last Predator movie, but it's got some dumb fucking, it's like X Owl Wolf or something, whatever the fuck. But they were like the secret military team that was like researching the predators all the way back from the first Predator movie in 80 whatever. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, the ones that went after the suit in the most recent Alien vs. Predators.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. For a movie that not many people would want to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, so that so those, like, there's a bunch of like lore in audio recordings scattered around the maps as well. And it's all about them and the research that they're doing on the Predator. So it's tied in properly with continuity and all this stuff. And the Arnold Schwarzenegger Dutch that just dropped today, like he's old Dutch. And apparently he's got like a new story and shit. Which I don't know what it is because it just dropped today.
Also, you're thinking of Drake. That's the special paramilitary group that's after the Predator technology. It's Drake.
Okay.
Told you, man. My nerd runs deep.
Yeah, so played I played the bejesus out of the beta of Predator, and then me and Brock got the full game. And other than the servers being up and down, which I mean, there's a huge patch today. Hopefully that's better. Custom games work 100% of the time.
Really?
And another good thing about the custom games is they actually give you fucking XP in custom games.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
Can I play solo?
So if you load up solo, there'll either be you and a fire team just killing NPCs because there's no human playing a predator. You can play the maps solo with no predator. I know Brock was doing this because he was mad that he didn't have gear that I had, and he was trying to power level.
All right.
And you can load him up as predator and fuck around with the NPCs as well.
Okay, that was going to be my question. Can I be the predator and fuck up NPCs just to learn
Oh yeah. Well, and so when you first boot up the game, there's a pretty decent tutorial for the predator, but strangely, there's no tutorial for the Marines, which is kind of weird because it's like there's like a little like text tutorial if you dig in the menu, but it's kind of weird that there's not a thing like, oh, if the predator's hunting you, look down at a patch of mud and hold X to muddy yourself. Like they just don't fucking tell you that.
Okay.
But obviously, if you're a predator person, you'll be like, "Where's the mud? Where's the mud?"
Yeah.
Because like me and Brock will like go in. Oh, well, and that's the other thing. So you get your team on the Marine side. You've got your fire team's health bar, and then they're listed as Alpha Charlie Bravo. So it'd be like because you usually be playing with two fucking people who we're not talking to on comms.
Of course.
I mean, like, oh well, looks like fucking Charlie's going off to get himself killed. Remember to mud up.
Charlie's gonna go get some hot dogs. Gonna put the mud on.
Yeah, and so like when you're infiltrating like different enemy compounds and stuff as the Marines against the NPCs, you can go stealthy. You can like knife them, use silencers. And then they've got a like an alarm system. So once they spot you, it's not instant like the whole fucking camp knows where you are. They got to run to an alarm. Yeah. And so you can like disable those and like run away. But pro tip as a predator, because I'll tell you right now, I'm a fucking good predator. As a predator, if you're having a hard time finding or you want to slow down excuse me, the Marines, you can just go around to the NPCs, kill a couple of them, and force them to trigger the alarms for reinforcements.
That's what I was going
to ask. It's a dirty ass move.
I'm going to say, one, that's kind of fucked up. Two, I love it. Three, that's what was going to be my next question. Do the NPCs fight the predator if they see?
Oh, 100%. Sometimes they can like if you're getting really shot the fuck out of like by a good fire team, and then you like fucking predator leap away or leap on some branches away, and you land yourself against like a super heavy body armored NPC that's got a fucking minigun, you might die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have the heal mechanic from the movies?
So you go away and there's like a little gadget where you heal. There's also a secondary healing where there's like wild boar running around everywhere, and a predator can heal himself by eating a boar. And then the predator's heals, like he does the thing and he stabs it into his fucking leg and he screams, which is always a good call sign for the Marines to be like,
he's healing.
Oh, we hit him real bad. The predator's healing,
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool, and and there's cool perks and stuff. Like there's a perk, nasty perk on the predator called Dithered Lens, which makes his fucking tri-laser thing, that's like super obvious.
The shoulder cannon?
Yeah, it makes it like 90% less visible. And so you'll just see like a blast come out of nowhere and you'll be like, oh shit.
Back it up.
And then
Back it up. Real slow.
the other thing I forgot to mention is all the characters are customizable, but there's also class tiers for the characters. So there's soldier, scout, and assault for the humans, and then there's a normal predator. There's a special predator 86, like the OG predator class. There's I forget what they call it. It's basically whatever, I don't know. It's the tank class for the predator, and then there's like a super skinny, low equipment but super fast predator. So you can tailor all your shit to how you feel you want to play.
Oh man. Ooh, this is,
Oh, and did I forget to mention one of the key awesome parts? So as a predator, when you kill a human, I mean, what does a predator do?
you rip their spine out their skull.
So the predator has 3 forms of killing a human. The base form just kills the human, leaves him. Second form is
hangs them skinned from a tree.
Unfortunately, they don't have that one. You do see skinned people, like just in the environment, but that's not a mechanic, unfortunately.
Okay.
Then, like, second tier of badassness is you quick rip the skull off and put it to your belt. And then the third tier is full-on cinematic Mortal Kombat style, fucking the most ridiculous, brutal executions I've ever seen. Like, I'm talking like punch your fucking predator fist through a fucking human, rip his spine off, then rip his head off, back, like fucking Bane back break, just tear limb from limb. Like, they're fucking crazy, dude. It's awesome.
Okay. All right. If I wasn't sold, now I'm sold.
Yeah, it's good, dude. Like I said, the only bad point, like I said, being totally honest, is servers are definitely up and down.
Yeah.
But they're fairly new, so hopefully they'll get it in line. Especially since it's a Sony exclusive, and you see the Sony Interactive Entertainment right in the front of the game, so they've got their money in it. So they're trying to get their shit going.
I get it. I mean, I was looking at it, like I was thinking about it, like, okay, this is another Dead by Daylight. That's how it looked to me, and I'm like,
so, yeah,
Dead by Daylight was
it's
fun.
not. That's the thing. You know, like, there's so many extra stuff to it, and there's so many little nuanced things to it that tweak, like, each individual match, you know? And, you know, it's, like I said, the best thing I can say about it is it's the most authentic and best Predator game that has been made so far. Like, it's just super, like, in-depth. It's, you know, it's, like, in the lore. It's, you know, and then the other thing that, and quite frankly, I didn't really talk about, you know, like, the Predator plays great, first of all, obviously. That would be the key. But the thing that I didn't expect to actually, you know, be competent and be actually really pretty good is the first-person shooting of the Marines is actually, it's solid. Like, it's not shitty, it's not janky, it's good. I will say the slide, though, on the Marine is the worst fucking slide in any video game I have ever. Like, you know how, like, a lot of first-person shooters, you know, you, like, sprint, and then you, like, smash a button to, like, slide into, like, cover or underneath a small object, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you do that, but you go approximately half a centimeter, and it boggles my mind. Like, it's so bad. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the game. Would love to have you join me and Brock and other people to play it with, because I played it in beta with Brock and the rest of my PlayStation group, and we had just the fucking most blastus, that's a word now, of a time I've had in a versus video game in a long time. Because, like, in the beta, like, we were getting really good towards the end. It ran for a weekend a month or two ago, and we got to the point where it was, you know, whoever was the Marines were like, "Oh, we're gonna get your mask, Predator." Like, like we're gonna rip it off and we're gonna make you eat it. Like we were getting like really fucking into it. But sadly, they elected not to get the game, which I think is still their loss.
Well, as you said earlier, they're already into Monster Hunter, but
it's true.
I mean, I'm a big geek for this franchise. So, like, I was watching it, like I saw it, I'm like, okay, all right, I'll just wait until someone I know will get this game and tell me if it's good or bad. I knew it. Like that's how I felt about it. And I think I remember Brock saying during one of our Pathfinder sessions, like, I got hunting Predator hunting grounds. And I remember going like, how was it? And he was like, I'll get back to you, because it might have been like the weekend you got it.
Yeah, the servers were not great that first weekend. Like within Friday, like the servers completely broke because everybody's indoors, quarantine, new multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all working at home, and probably like a fucking server blew up, and they're like, somebody's got to get a mask and go in, dude. Like, I am sure that happened.
They did rock, paper, scissors, like, let's go. Welcome, go.
Yeah, I do think something like that happened. But I gotta say though, I actually looked up the developer of Predator Hunting Grounds, and Elphonic has 3 studios. One's in like Montana, another's in Colorado, and the other one is 15 miles from my house in Tacoma.
Wow.
And it's primarily the Tacoma team who made the game. And I was like, oh, represent.
A little hometown pride.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so played a bunch of...
Is the tank build alpha? Sorry, that's what I was thinking.
Fucking... I'm gonna turn on my PlayStation in a second here. Let me just fucking turn on my PlayStation. Because I'm talking without seeing the shit in front of me.
Now, when you said the weapons are customizable, like, are you talking like skins too? Like, can I put like a skin on my gun?
Yes.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Tim. Why did you do this to me? Why did you hook me into this again? Just now, I'm gonna quote.
It's what I do.
I think I'm back.
It's what I do.
Yeah. I'm back to podcasting. I'm back to playing weird hunting games, because one of the greatest memories I've ever had playing any of the asymmetrical multiplayer is when we were playing Dead by Daylight, and I popped out as the killer, and you were like, what the fuck? And ran.
Yeah. Okay, so Predator Hunting Grounds, firing it up here. Because we obviously haven't talked about it enough.
Yeah, well, that's what we do, folks.
And for those listening at home, it is a PlayStation exclusive, but it is also available on PC.
Not available on Stadia. So, I don't know what to tell you, Nate.
I mean, it's never going to be available on Stadia, because, I mean, it says Sony Interactive Entertainment, then it says Elphonic. I'm watching it right now. So, not a chance in fucking hell. Let's see here. Okay. Loading. Authorizing. Checking for DLC. All right, I'm at the menu. Oh, okay. Another cool thing. So the menu, once you've customized your character, the menu is, the menu is very basic, but in the background, it's your characters on your fire team and your Predator fighting each other in the background.
Fighting each other?
Yeah, like I just loaded up right now, and my Predator is choke holding my customized Marine that's got like a death skull mask on.
Okay.
It's cool. Okay, so I'm going to customization here. So what do you want to know? Predator or fire team first?
Predator.
Okay, so Predator. I'm playing as a female basic Predator carrying an Elder Sword with a net gun, and then I've got healing and then a sound decoy. And so you get a primary weapon and a secondary weapon. And of the primary weapons, you've got net gun, handheld plasma caster, smart disc, war club, Yajutsu Yetuja. I can never say the fucking species of predator. Yetuja.
Yucha.
A
Yeah.
Yuja bow, and then the combi stick.
I've heard it said two ways. I've heard it said Yucha and Yuta Raja, and I'm like, how did you get that pronunciation out of those letters, sir?
Yeah. On customizable gear, there's healing kit, audio decoy, bear trap, and motion detectors. And then the gear is on a point buy system. So, like, for example, I've got my gear. I've got a healing kit and an audio decoy. Healing kit costs 2, audio decoy costs 4. So I could get, like, a low-level shitty gear thing. But I don't have enough points. And then perks.
What is the point? 10? Is it 10 points? Or?
It's 10 on this class, which is called Hunter. So the classes are Jungle Hunter 87, Normal Hunter, Scout, and then the big class is called the Berserker. Okay. So then perks, on this particular class, you get 12 points. So there's a lot of perks. Let me tell you. So you want me to go through them or no?
I mean, if you could just pick your favorites. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it tomorrow. So leave a little bit of mystery.
I mean,
don't show me the red panties right now. Let me find the red panties myself. You know what I mean?
I'm a big fan of Lightbender. Your cloak consumes less energy. Another good one is Fearless, which does extra damage with melee weapons. And then, of course, that Dithered Lens, which I mentioned earlier, which reduces your plasma caster laser visibility, it's just fucking dirty. I mean, there's no other ways to do it. So then swapping over, did you need to know the Marines or no?
Yeah, I mean, might as well tell me.
Okay, so I've got, unfortunately, they don't, like, the guns definitely are real guns, but they don't have the license, so they're all weird fucking names. They've got this weapon called a Giro, which is basically an AUG. And then, so the other thing on that is, so on the Marine side, so I've got this Giro, the weapon has a level, and you level up the gun by using it to get the different attachments. And it's got stats on the weapon of damage, accuracy, fire rate, effective range, noise, and mobility on a 4-bar scale. So it kind of looks like a racer if you're comparing guns, So yeah. And then if you go into modify the gun, you get optic, shader, barrel, and magazine customization options. Are you salivating right now?
Yeah, I am a little bit. If you play private, you still get experience?
Yeah, it's reduced 75%, but it's not nothing. Which is better than any other game that has custom that doesn't give you shit.
Destiny. I didn't mean.
No, it's fine. Destiny.
My allergies are fucked up, Tim. I don't know what to say. Holy shit. Destiny.
Yeah, and then there's a secondary weapon slot, and of course you can get the Arnold minigun. And my particular Arnold minigun is coated in the spray of predator blood on it.
Okay.
It's not very it's not very effective in the fact that, like, you pull it out and you're just fucking glowing from a distance. But I have a minigun, so does it matter at that point? I don't think so.
No. I think you're on even footing at that moment, because if anything comes at you, you just pull the trigger and just like, all right, someone's going to bed.
Yeah, and then just to give you an idea of the gear, it's usual Marine gear stuff, like you get field syringe, frag grenades, flashbangs. You can carry extra medical kits and ammo for your team, smoke grenade, noisemaker, thermal decoy, that kind of stuff. And then just a couple of the perks One of my favorite perks, Brock will agree with me, is the pig and shit perk. It costs fucking half your points, but it's muddy up faster and stay muddied longer. Which, I mean, you're trying to not get killed by the predator. You know, like what are you gonna do? So, yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, I will be getting it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So by the time you guys are done off work, it should be loaded because PlayStation likes to have that long ass download time.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it looks like they added daily challenges. Okay, so that's new as of today. Let's see. How the fuck do you get Dutch? Do you have to go to the PSN store for that? 'Cause that was the other thing. Like, they announced Dutch like a while ago, but they never announced the price for it. So I don't know if they're gonna rape you on the price for playing as Arnold. I would assume so because it's Arnold, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You would assume.
Yeah.
It is Arnold, so
Yeah, and he apparently recorded dialogue like this year for it. So I would think. Let's see. Come on, take me to the fucking DLC. Take me to the DLC. Fucking.
That was gonna be my question. Is the DLC or is everything like a free thing?
Well, they've added weapons and guns to the game since launch. Okay. Dutch is the only paid thing I've seen for it so far. And I mean, it's Arnold, so, what are you gonna do? It's $7.
It's not bad. I was gonna say $5, but
I mean, it is Arnold. Oh shit! There's a big description here. Hunt the Predators, Major Alan Dutch Schaefer with his premium Fireteen skin. The Dutch 2025 skin features the legendary character 38 years after his first encounter with Predator, aged, battle-scarred, and ready to hunt. Along with custom new voiceover lines, Dutch is paired with, it's quoted here, early access to the powerful QR5 Hammerhead assault rifle and Dutch's classic deadly knife. Content comes complete with a selection of outfit and weapon skin to both Dutch and the QR5. Knife and customizations exclusive till June 12th. Okay. So it looks like you get an early access to new guns and the knife for like a few weeks. But really, you're paying for that Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you're paying for that sweet Arnie.
Mm-hmm.
You sold me, Tim. Thanks a lot.
Now, well, I don't feel bad about it because you're going to be playing with me and Brock and you're going to have a good time.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel bad at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Tim, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you lost yourself or your girlfriend to the Animal Crossing craze?
So the Animal Crossing pandemic in my home.
All right. I get where you're going from. I already know.
So we are 2 weeks clean. We've no symptoms of Animal Crossing itis.
Okay.
But I fully expect a second wave to hit shortly.
Oh, you're gonna have a spike.
I last played like 2 weekends ago. I played with my friend Daniel, who unfortunately is stuck over at the fucking the Quaidar base.
Ooh.
Fucking full quarantine. He was supposed to come home in June. He says it's not looking like it's earliest he's gonna be is September. And I feel bad because his wife was pregnant. She had her kid. And I also said this in the last podcast, but I assume you could imagine probably what that dude's feeling.
Yeah.
And I played Animal Crossing with him, and I went to his town, and he had the most ridiculous, because I mean, he's been stuck in quarantine. He had like the most ridiculous Zen Japanese like feng shui town I've ever seen. Like, it was fucking perfect. It was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And he had some fruits that I didn't have. and I wanted. And unfortunately, we were communicating on text because his internet connection is dog shit out there. And so what happened was I looted his whole town, and then I got a text saying, "Don't take any of my fruits or my flowers. I've been waiting all week for them to grow." And then the string of hate texts that came after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: I can get any game I want and play as long as I want now, because Jess is thoroughly addicted to Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I'm on Switch, I see the little ping up in my corner there. I think your Jess is friends with my Jess, but I don't think they've hooked up in Animal Crossing yet.
No,
Okay. So here's another thing. So because I've actually been playing Animal Crossing too. So a few things. One, Nintendo, fuck you. Two, Nintendo also fuck you because of the way playing with profiles on a single Switch works with Animal Crossing. So let me explain. And I've seen numerous Reddit threads and message boards where there are tons of angry mothers and shit in Nintendo about this.
I know where this is going.
So Jessica started her save because it's her game. Fine. And then I fired up my profile, separate profile, right? It did not give me my own island. It put me on her island. And then if I want to progress the story or do anything new whatsoever, I have to wait for her to do it. So I'm stuck in this fucking temporal time bullshit land. And it's dumb. I'm sorry, it's just dumb. I mean, we came to terms, I painted my side of the island in fires and said, "Tim's land, get out." She retaliated this by sending me a mail in my post box of a garbage can calling me garbage.
Yep.
So, it's a thing.
I was going to ask how many arguments have you had because of it? Because I can tell you this much. I don't even play the goddamn game, and I've had arguments about it.
We had arguments like the first week and a half daily about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because, because we're on totally different schedules now, so we don't see each other as much. So, I'd be, fucking powering through, harvesting the island. And, then I would, use some time travel and get some shit from Winter. And go back and, get some neighbors to move in and shit like that. And then, and she gets home at 6:30 a.m. now, right? And then she's usually up for a couple hours before she goes to bed, which is right around when I'm getting up.
Yeah.
And then, after she wakes up later in the afternoon, she'll be like, "What the fuck did you do to my island? Who the fuck is this giraffe?" Or whatever. So, yeah.
You see, mine comes from Jess. She has a bunch of friends that come to our island and do stuff and whatever. And she's like, "Babe, you need to get this game." And I'm like, I cannot afford to have another addictive game in my life. And she looked at me, she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I know that you can just breed flowers and get rare ass flowers, and that's what I'll do." I don't give a shit about a 5-star island or whatever, but if it's something other people don't have and it's just you breed flowers and shit, I'll do that. And she was like, "Well, I just want to do it that way, I can come to your island and help you, and you can come to my island and help me." I'm like, "Just give me a save on your system, and I'll just come to your. I can't do anything. All I can do is water your flowers and catch fish for you." And she's like, "Yeah, I could do that." So I'll be sitting here playing Fallout 76 or Witcher or whatever, and she'll be talking, and I'm so used to her just talking out loud.
Yeah.
Just to herself, she'll be like, "Well, I could just go over here and put this here." Or her thing that she does is she downloaded an app to talk to her friends, voice chat. And I'm like, "Babe, you have their phone numbers. You could just call them. That was a whole nother thing. She's like, no, that's different. And I'm like, how's that different? How's it different? That's what you're doing right now. Just call her. FaceTime her. You can see her face when you're playing.
Wow.
But she was just like, babe, she was saying something. And I was just like, she was like, babe, what do you think? And I just looked at her. I'm like, you were talking to me? And she was like, yeah, I was talking to you the whole time. I'm like, I didn't know who you were talking to. You were just talking to your friend. And she was like, you don't ever listen to me. I'm like, I do listen to you. I listen to you a lot. I listen to you talk about your island for 36 fucking minutes. You're talking about a monkey I don't even know the name of. Also, why is the monkey named Tammy and it's the Tamarin monkey? Also, another thing that's really funny. She is on a quest to get one specific villager.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my thing is this. I was just like, okay, how many villagers can you potentially get? Like,
you can get all of them, I think.
No, there's like 275, dude. There's so many.
Oh, no.
So she, she had somebody leave, and she was like, that's not the person I wanted to leave. I wanted this one to leave. I'm like, well, just, I don't know, kick her every time you see her. How do you do it? I don't know how you make people leave in this goddamn game. But she was just like, babe, I need to get her to leave. I need to get this duck. And I'm like, wait, a duck? and then she showed me the duck, and I'm like, okay, that duck's kind of cute. I get it. If I had an island, it'd be all ducks, and I name it Duckburg. Blame me if you want to.
Wow. Duckburg.
That was it.
That's ridiculous.
My joke was I was going to call it Stankonia. Like the Outkast album.
I don't know that album, but fair.
It's an Outkast album, Stankonia. It's one of their best. It does. What I digress anyway.
Okay.
But I gotta say though, Tim, I'm thinking I'm back, buddy.
Okay, that's fine. I think let's just be back together.
I think I'm back to back.
Okay.
If we were like the commercials that you see on TV, if you still have TV, if you don't, it's on Hulu. The thing's called commercials.
What do you mean Hulu is TV? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. We'd be back to back, and we'd have our masks on, and we'd be back to back, but 6 feet apart.
Oh yeah.
So we're proper social distancing.
Well, you know what we're really doing though, especially once you get it tomorrow, is we're doing the Carl Weathers Arnold Muscle Man hand claps from Predator 1.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
For sure, we're doing that all damn day.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know if you want to bring this up now, Tim, or if you want to. I mean, because short on time, I have to go get Jess from work.
Mm-hmm.
But good thing we don't stream on Twitch, buddy.
I mean, we could. There's literally nothing stopping us.
Yeah, you could, but the videos I sent you, my rant
videos?
videos.
Yeah, the thing. You want to do the thing before you go?
Yeah,
I totally forgot. You had a purpose.
Yeah, I have a purpose. Now, we could stream on Twitch. We could stream this show on Twitch. But Twitch now has an advisory council, which can ban you. Oof. And that's fine. That's 100% fine. But dear listeners, Fork fam, I ask you to do this. And I'm not being facetious when I say these words. Look up Dear Girl Twitch. And just enjoy and get angry as I have. Because Twitch, and here's the thing, public announcement. I don't care if you're a male, a female, trans, bi, asexual, whatever. If whatever letter you adapt to, that's fine. I don't even care if you identify as an animal. Whatever. You're weird. I'm weird. We all have weird things that we're into. I do, however, have a problem with if you are given a sliver of authority, a sliver of power, and you go on your stream and dance and sing, saying you're going to dance in the tears, and you call every gamer a white supremacist, which I don't understand. That's the whole thing. Which she has gone on. I don't know what they identify as. I'm just going to say she because that's the form, but they might identify as they. Because they identify as a deer. And And I don't know if you've watched the video I sent you of just the deer, her getting scratched and making weird deer noises, or saying that sometimes when she gets overstimulated, she goes in her backyard and eats grass. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But the thing that gets me is when they're given power and they say that things like voice chat should be banned in gaming because it marginalizes people.
What the hell?
Yeah. Tim, you just said it. Sometimes you're in a team and they don't have comms, and then it's just like, all right, well, these two are going to go off and play rock, paper, scissors. You know, you have, for a game to be competitive, you have to have voice chat. Here's the thing, you can mute your voice. You can mute it, just as long as you hear it. But I think their main point for the voice chat was, if you have a non-traditional voice, you can get ridiculed or insulted or bullied in a way. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I have a pretty normal voice, I think. When I played Overwatch for the short time I did, and when I played Call of Duty for the times I did, I was called horrible things.
I mean, I always just think of Halo 2, the OG, just shitstorm of every slur in the book.
Yeah.
The Wild West days of online gaming.
Yeah, same thing. But it's just, they say they want to have things like the pre-recorded lines like Overwatch has, or like Paladins has. Like, you can hit a button and be like, heal me, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Or you can just say, hey, I need a heal.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I'm not saying anything, like I said, if it feels good, do it. If it's you, it's you. Everyone's special. I get it. I don't care. I don't judge anybody. Don't come in my backyard and eat grass. I promise you will not like what happens. I promise you. I got 135 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal named Peter Parker.
Oh, man.
He doesn't like folks coming into his yard uninvited.
I bet. How is Pete, by the way?
Oh, he's amazing. He's my best friend.
I'm assuming he's a giant now.
Yeah, he's like I said, probably 125, 130 pounds. He's as tall as I am.
That's crazy.
Like, if he stands on his he stands on his back, hind legs, and gives you a hug, he can put his paws on my, he gives me a full, an actual person hug.
That's crazy and adorable.
Yep, he's my best friend. I love him to death.
Nice.
He's my little homie.
Has he stopped being? Has he stopped being such a little shit, knocking over everything, breaking shit? That's good.
He got out of that.
Thank God.
I mean, I think it was just his. Yeah, that was just his puppy side. I think.
Oh, sure.
His ramminess. Now he's just. I mean, he still gets a little. Sometimes he'll get a little ornery. You know what I mean? It's just him being adult. It's just his personality.
Right.
He likes to, he'll mess with you. If you're sleeping, he'll get in your face and make weird noises to wake you up if he has to do something or whatever. But he doesn't chew the furniture anymore or anything like that. That was just, like I said, his puppy phase. And me being home helped a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Because now he's like, oh, my pop's home. That's my buddy. Hi. Hi, baby.
So,
yeah, we're talking about you.
How are you? I mean, when do you know when you go back to work, or you off for a set time, or?
I've been out since January.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so sorry I have not reached out sooner.
It's okay. Dude, listen, I don't hold anything accountable anymore. Anybody at fault anymore. It's weird times. It's the Corona times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, well, Tim didn't reach out to me and ask me. And my thing is this: a phone works both ways.
Yeah, that's true.
I give people space because it's it's stressful. There's weird things going on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's been. I mean, I talked about it at length on Nate podcast I did last night, but the highlights were, Jessica's not around anymore. Jessica's also not working with me anymore, so me and Brock had to do a lot more stuff in the office, which is new. Not having money or really worrying about where jobs are coming from is a legit thing.
Yeah.
And then like the first week the Corona ban was on, even though we're considered essential service. I'm not going to go into too much details because I went into full details in the last podcast, but waved hey to a lady. She said hey back, and then she walked like 12 feet and dropped dead.
Oh yeah, you told me that one. You told me about that.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, one of the few texts that we've shot back. But I mean, one of the things is like this is going to change a lot of how people interact with each other.
Absolutely.
When this gets lifted. You know what I mean? Like when we're allowed to hang out with people, when we're allowed to get face to face, you know what I mean? Like when you're allowed to be close to people again. Like I haven't seen my mom since, like physically seen my mom since January. You know what I mean? Like I FaceTime her, I call her all the time.
Sure.
You know, for Mother's Day, I left her flower, like a flower and some chocolates and a card on her front step, and called her and told her. You know what I mean? Like this is like, but this also works with like the people I consider my friends. Like I want to make sure, like I text Brock every now and then, like obviously Brock and I talk every 2 weeks, at least every 2 weeks, because we play 6 hours of 6 hours of
there's
Pathfinder.
that one. I don't know if it was last week or a week or two ago. I remember I was up late watching shit, and it was like 1 a.m. my time, and he was still playing, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, sometimes we go long. Sometimes we go long.
Yeah,
I mean, it's but I think we can definitely make this a once a week thing if you want to get back into the swing of things.
Absolutely. I don't care. So the way it works on my schedule, so and I know I've texted you this already, but I'm just fucking telling you now. So we work Monday through Thursday, 9 to noonish to 1ish, depending on load of things to get done. Fridays are totally fucking free. And then my Jessica time, which is probably the more important one, so she doesn't get angry, so she's up at 2:30 ish daily, and then she's working. She works she works Sunday through to Thursday morning.
Okay, so she works like my shift.
Yeah, I
like
think
basically.
so. Yeah, she's working, what are the 10s? I don't know. Something like that.
I mean, we can definitely do Fridays.
Okay.
I mean, I have my game, the Brock, when Brock gets on. So 7:30, I think your time is my game every other Friday, but we could definitely work it like.
I feel like I hear you guys playing like at like 5 p.m. my time,
7,
but
8,
I don't know.
We might just be us talking, like shooting shit.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do that. I know when I go back to work, I think we're on 4/10s, so I think I'm off Tuesday for a while. So we can definitely maybe squeeze it in Tuesday.
Okay.
This is definitely behind the scenes thing for the fans.
And then the other thing that's a variable. Jessica's still in school, so some of those times that are quote unquote designated time with me, she's got to spend hunkering down on school. Like last week, like I saw her a little bit Friday and a little bit Saturday, but then she was just busy with school because she needed to catch up, and she also missed a class on Wednesday, so she was like really trying to catch up.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so
yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I've been itching. Like, okay, I feel better. Like I don't have that that weird feeling about like if like how podcasting was like tied to my addiction. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean,
don't have that.
I didn't know you felt that way or that happened to you. I mean, I knew about all the other stuff, and you've talked about it at length, and thank you for that. I didn't know that there was like an additional, like, this is tied to this, and I should not do this for fear of badness.
It was like, well, I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to use again. Well, I don't feel that. Like every day is like, okay, you know, like my knee hurts. It's just going to hurt for a while. But like I told my doctor, I'm like, don't give me any opiates. Don't give me any painkillers. I don't want them. And he was like, you know, but it's going to hurt. I'm like, I get that. Give me aspirin. Give me, like, you know what I mean? Like, give me something that I that's not going to lead to me, like, you know, taking 9 of these.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's always going to be there. And that's what, you know, what all my meetings have been saying. Like, it's, you know, that addiction, that twinge at the base of your neck is always going to be there. It's just, you have to be ready to go, nah, man, no. And I can't. And for me, I'm not going to maybe say fork in your ear was, you know, has that negative connotation to me, because it really doesn't. But like podcasting in general kind of has that like if not, it's going to sound terrible, but like, have you ever eaten something or, you know, drank something or eaten something and then gotten sick?
Oh yeah.
And it's not tied to that at all, but that thing like kicks that feeling in your head.
Oh, 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what it was for the longest time.
Gotcha.
And it was just like, you know, and now I feel like deleting Destiny off my PlayStation was the most cathartic thing I've ever done.
I mean, I feel cathartic every time I deleted Destiny.
every time I've deleted Destiny, then subsequently reinstalled it because everyone says it's great, and then I play it for 2 weeks, and then I'm like, it's not that great.
Yeah. Well, you know, so it goes.
Yeah, but you know, being clean helps.
I bet.
I still drink. That's different. You know, I don't have a problem drinking. You know, I have a couple beers when we play Pathfinder every 2 weeks.
I still drink, but right now it's maintained due to poorness. So
I feel
that's a pretty good stopper.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 months, oh my god, I wanted to drink so bad. But it's like, I don't have money for that.
No, I have money. No.
And I really don't have money now, even though I've got some drinks at the moment. But you know.
Yeah, it's the Corona times, man.
Yeah, you know, you gotta have some Yukon Jack. You gotta have some Predator Hunting Grounds. You know, you gotta do, like you said at the beginning of the show. You gotta do the things that make you happy. And if you don't, you're gonna go fucking crazy.
You will.
You know, like that's pretty much the long and short of it.
Yeah, you're gonna go crazy. But I mean, you know, like I said, the full purge has been complete, and I wanted to make sure I didn't feel like a little twinge, and I mean, I wanted to make sure I didn't feel weird doing this, and I didn't. You know.
Well, I'm glad that this could be a safe
space. If we were recording, because I didn't realize we were recording because you didn't do the cut in. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Maybe that's the new thing for 2020. Other people do the cut in.
at random times.
Because Nate did it. Now that did just fucking you know, like you know, the other day on the weather and cut in. Just fucking ridiculous. So,
but, I mean, I'm fully back in. I feel the need, you know.
All right, well let's get it back on the schedule then, man.
Damn right. Let's do it.
Sweet, and then also let's get the Predator in the schedule.
Oh, listen, that's tomorrow, my friend. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta get up early and run some errands anyway, so I'll swing by either Target or Walmart. I don't know. I don't want to bring up that discussion in the last 15 minutes, but we're a Target family now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So
we became a Fred Meyer and Safeway family by virtue of we pretty much only use what's the app called? They deliver you fucking groceries. That app. The fucking
not DoorDash.
I'm looking for the fucking thing now. It's like it's like a carrot. That's how I know what it is in my phone. It looks like a carrot. It's a Instacart. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, those people are solid.
I've never even.
You broke up a little. You broke up a little bit, buddy.
Damn it.
Did you move?
Yeah, I moved.
I got okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna have a better microphone the next week too. I gotta go get a new microphone because I crashed my microphone. I moved my office around like a dummy, and
is it dead?
My microphone fell. Oh, it's in pieces.
Oh shit! It shattered.
Yeah.
Oof!
It fell into like a piece of marble I had like on the ground.
Oof.
I was putting. I wanted to put my my computer desk on like a hard surface. So I got like a piece of like not marble, like a hard piece of stone basically. I put on the floor.
Gotcha.
And it fell and was like, and I was like, well, I can't save that one.
Fair enough.
But I was gonna say, I got 10 more minutes, Tim. Let's talk real quick, buddy.
What do you want?
You have any weird food addictions? Any weird thing you got into recently?
I mean, not overly. I mean, I've been eating probably too much chips. Too much chips and dip.
Okay.
I mean, I can't have most foods. You know this.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing really addicting necessarily. Like, there's nothing super special. And then the meals have been back to the old Tim Bachelor ways of meals because Jessica's gone. So
ramen and peanut butter and jelly.
Well, I can't have ramen, but because it's wheat. So no, it's spam and rice. A lot of spam and rice.
I mean, I get that.
Occasionally I'll get adventurous and I'll put like make like a little fillet of salmon. Because I got like this fucking huge bag of like little mini salmon fillets from Walmart for like $7. There's like fucking 16 salmon pieces in it. It's ridiculous. And it's like, at least to me, it tastes like good quality salmon. So I'm just like, I don't know what kind of voodoo sorcery, like which child died to deliver this salmon to the Walmart fucking freezer. But God bless, I guess. I don't know. That sounds awful.
No, I get. No, listen, I get it, dude. I get it. I've. No one told me that most addicts have like. There's I'm like not coffee. I wouldn't say coffee more than I would say like caffeine.
I mean, you can definitely be addicted to coffee.
Yeah, no, it's like. I was always wondering, like, when I would go to like the meetings there, everyone would either have like a big coffee or like a big energy drink, and I'm like, why does everybody have these? And then I realized
it's a fucking substitute, bro.
It's a substitute. It's totally a substitute. Like for me, it's either like Red Bulls. I drink Red Bull, like sugar free, caffeine free, like the muted Red Bull, so it's only like 5 calories. Just to make sure. But it's like I either have them or weirdly, like lollipop.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, just to have something in your mouth, like a cigarette syndrome.
Yeah, exactly what it is. And for me, it's like I don't want the full size Pussy Pops. I want the little ones.
Oh, you want the dummy pops?
Yeah, dums.
Or
like
dummy,
dum-dums,
whatever the fuck. We're talking about the same thing.
Dum-dums. We're talking about the same. The bank lollipop.
Yeah, the shit you'd get after going to an old school barber.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
But I have those as well. But I've also, because the whole addiction thing, recovering, for pain management, I started doing not MCT, CBD.
Okay.
And it's amazing. So
I've used it sometimes. I had some. It was recommended by my chiropractor because I had a hand thing going on around Christmas time. I used it, and I don't know if it was that effective for me. Because before that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because before that, my chiropractor swore up and down on Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
And I used that shit, and that shit was fucking awesome.
Ooh, Tiger Balm's amazing.
Yeah, Tiger Balm is a fucking secret and hard to fucking find because it's so fucking small. Like, Jesus Christ, go to a store to try to find it. You're like, yo, you got Tiger Balm? They're like, what? And it's like,
nope.
You show them a picture and they're like, what the fuck is that? You know?
I take it that's a no.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if you look hard enough, they always have it. That's the other thing. You know? But it is so small. It's easily missed.
And it's always not in the place where you think it would be.
Yeah, I found mine at a Target next to, like, the aspirin. And it's like, okay, sure. A salve, you know? Definitely should be next to aspirin. Okay.
I found mine because I use either Tiger Balm or, like, BioFreeze.
Okay, I've heard of BioFreeze. I haven't tried it myself.
BioFreeze is like super icy hot. That's the best way I can describe it. It's totally different. Like Tiger Balm does like that weird, like you know, Tiger Balm doesn't have like a specific feeling. It just kind of like works.
I mean, Tiger Balm for me has a specific feeling. It feels kind of like the burning you'd feel on your skin if you had too much cinnamon. Like not a bad burn, just like kind of a torquey or. You know, or like if you had like too much salsa or some shit.
That's
okay.
That's odd because for me it tingles.
Well, I definitely feel a tingle because that's the Camphor in it. But then I also feel like a spicy feeling on the skin.
Like BioFreeze is cold and then it gets hot. It's like icy hot, but it's a better high quality version of it.
So it doesn't fail like Icy Hot.
No.
Because for me, Icy Hot always fucking failed, and I stopped using Icy Hot because it's a fucking piece of shit that never worked.
No. BioFreeze is. I have BioFreeze in like every room in my house.
Oh wow. Okay.
For like random, like my back, or like my knee hurts, pop, you know what I mean, or like whatever random aches and pains.
Mm-hmm.
But it has that. But yeah, I mean that. I found it in the same aisle underneath like the Epsom salt.
Okay.
And it's the same thing that you just said. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's a balm.
Kind of, a little bit. You know, you're gonna put it on your body. You know, Epsom salt. You'd put it in water on your body, in a tub. It almost makes sense.
I mean, you're digging.
I'm trying.
You're trying. Yeah, you're trying real hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. But I've also discovered my love of baking.
Well, that I knew about. That you've told me about, and I've known for a while that you're a ridiculous baker. Yeah,
well, I mean, now it's like every week I pick something new to make, and I make it.
So what's it this week?
This week I made like cream puffs.
Ooh.
And it's actually harder than it sounds.
I think it is, because aren't you supposed to like fucking freeze the cream? I watched I've been watching a lot of fucking MasterChef Junior, and I think on the Junior one they were trying to make cream puffs, and it was like fucking hard.
Yeah, you have to like the whisk and the bowl has to be cold.
Yeah, that was the challenge. Freezer. That was the challenge on the MasterChef Junior. They had to whisk it hard enough, and if the cream fell out on one of the judges' heads, then they failed, and of course they all failed.
Yeah, of course. And for like the dough, you have to cook it like in a pot, and it has to constantly move or it will burn. So it was a challenge. It was fun. I mean, I made them in just like, this is good. And I make good, you know. I think that I've made tiramisu.
Nice.
I've made a mocha chocolate espresso cake. I've made brownies and cookies and all that other stuff. But I think I'm gonna make like a panna cotta.
I don't know what that is. What's that?
Panna cotta is like a like a custard, but it's baked kind of thing. It's just it's like a creme brulee.
Okay.
So like that.
Okay.
I think what else have I made? Oh, the thing I loved the most was a chocolate peanut butter lava cake.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like when you cut into it, it's kind of like.
I feel like, however, the fucking first dude when he just fucking got the peanut butter and the chocolate felt, because you just combined two things that I'd never even thought of combining, and now I need to ask Jessica to make that.
Oh, a chocolate peanut butter lava cake?
Yeah, because I sure as shit can't cook that.
Oh, I love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've got
Well,
fucking 2 episodes to edit, so I got stuff to do. Sounds good, man. Well, you should go get your girl, dude. Do I not? What?
I mean, I gotta take Pete out if you wanted to stay online and chat when we cut. But
I mean, if you gotta go, just go.
I mean, I gotta go, but I gotta take Pete out. I don't want him to go in the house. So, like I said, if you want to cut this, then I don't know. You have.
I mean,
cut in,
just
so I don't know how
just take Pete out. If I lose you, I lose you.
All right. Yeah,
I'm being breezy this week, okay?
it's the quarantine times, baby. It's different.
I'm being breezy.
Breezy.
That's like what I'm attempting.
Fast and loose is like I say.
Well, I'm shooting for breezy. Breezy this week and kind of normal, because I have not been breezy or kind of normal for the last while.
Well. So, it's Predator Hunting Grounds, right?
Predator Hunting Grounds, yes.
Okay.
For sure. And of course, if you can't find it, you can just download it.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about downloading. I mean, it's not a big. It's not a big download. It's only 24 gigs. It's not like. Oh, that's the other game I've been playing the last month is the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay.
Which is fucking immaculate. Like.
Okay.
They did it. They somehow. It's incredible. It's incredible in so many ways. First of all, it's a good RPG in its own right. Second of all, it is different than the original Final Fantasy VII, but in ways you can't fully understand or appreciate until the finale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know what they were smoking, but they were smoking the correct amount of it. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that is insane is Final Fantasy VII Remake has simultaneously the best and the worst graphics I've ever seen on PlayStation 4.
Okay.
So here's what I mean. So, the graphics in Final Fantasy VII Remake surpass, in my opinion and other people of YouTube's opinions, technical analysis, it surpasses, CGI movies that Square Enix has done in the past. For sure. The quality's better, hair, the lighting, it's holy fuck, this game is jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And, you'll pan the camera around and it's Jesus Christ, the artistry, the sheer look, the world is alive, it's fucking, it's real, And then you'll be walking along, admiring all of the beauty, and then there'll be this fucking door that'll be the most low-res, untextured, garbage-looking fucking door you've ever seen in a video game, And you're just huh, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing here in this beautiful artistry, you fucking piece of shit door?
Oh, okay.
So
it would just be like a random bit of ugliness.
Yeah, it's like, it's really bizarre because it almost feels like either, you know, like that particular art asset, that's where they cut the corner to like make it look so good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see it in the midst of all the beautiful art assets, you know?
Got it.
It's like, it'd be like watching Toy Story 4 and suddenly like Woody is the same model as Toy Story 1, you know?
Okay.
Like you like it's just so shitty looking in comparison to everything around it, and it's really bizarre.
So it just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and it's bizarre because it's never something like in a cutscene or anything. It'll always be something like you'll be doing something, you know, and it's just like, man, that, like, it's one thing if you see like a model in, you know, a video game and you know that it's like a little low resolution, you know, or whatever, but it's like negative resolution, like it just sticks out like a sore thumb lit in neon, screaming at you. It's very bizarre. But yeah, I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake a couple days ago, actually. I didn't power through it like a lot of people did. I did it in bursts and tried to savor everything because I knew it wouldn't last. And it's a fantastic remake.
And yes, going mobile would be right now. Or move.
Yep, you're breaking up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep, can't hear you.
Left,
Hello? I have no idea if you can hear me. If you can hear me, well, we're gonna cut the show here because you have gone completely silent and garbly. So
there we go.
Oh,
now we're back.
There you go. We're doing it in transit now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're in the Fortress of Solitudes.
Solid dudes.
The Fortress of Solitudes.
Okay.
Figure we could do. I mean, I don't recall if you remember the list. Sometimes we do like the list episodes.
The list episodes.
Like top 5 this, top 5 that, like how we did.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I mean, we could do that again. You know, next week we can do. I mean, whatever, man. Easy breezy, fast and loose. Whatever
sure.
you want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you just tell me before we get off the line so that way I can think for a week. If you want to get Brock or Nate involved, I haven't talked to Nate in a while. What up, Nate? I know you're listening. I know you saw my name and said, "Oh shit, Mike's here." All right.
Yeah, he's very
stick around.
He was very excited about it last night.
All right.
Gosh, I don't know. What's a list we haven't done?
Oh man.
Because we've done a lot of shows.
What about sequels we wish happened that never happened?
Just movies? Just TV shows? Just books? Like
whatever. Sequels in general.
Okay.
I mean, I guarantee you I can call your first bet off the jump. I know your first. I know your number one pick off the top.
You do?
Oh yeah.
I would love to hear this because I genuinely don't know.
Did you want to wait till next week? Or you want me to do it now?
I mean, I think you should do it now. You can't tease me like that because I don't even know. I'm oh, you fucking son of a bitch. I hadn't even thought about that. I see. There's something I haven't done in quarantine. Because like that.
I've done it in quarantine.
Because that's a go-to feel good for me. Like especially if I'm like sick, you know. But I've both been sick this year and in quarantine, and there has been no Firefly rewatch.
Oh
man, motherfucker, where are my Blu-rays?
I saw the one. I rewatched. I watched. And I watched the movie.
Here they are. They're within fucking 6 inches of my hand. That's how close they are.
We never see the ones we need until someone said, "You know what? I don't even want to say I'm the hero that you needed. I'm the one you got."
That's great. That's great.
Let me see. One thing I watched that was weird. I've watched The Strain. The
Strain. I watched the first season of that, and then I kind of lost interest.
I watched the whole series.
Okay.
Because being in quarantine, you can just marathon things.
Yep.
So I just said, "Fuck it." I'm in 2 seasons, in for a penny, in for a pound. I've never wanted to punch a child so much in my life as I do watching that series.
Okay.
Those of you who watch this series will know.
I guess there's an evil child or something.
You've seen season 2, up to season 2. You said.
I watched the first season to completion, and then I just kind of was like, "Okay, cool, I'm done."
The Doctor's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really do not remember his son in the first season, but I mean,
you'll remember if you watch the series. Trust me.
Okay, fair enough.
And I've watched. Do you remember the NBC show that was 1 season, The Cape?
Yes, I do.
Watched that again.
Thank you.
You know what? Instead of sequels, it should be things that should have gotten a Okay, that's a sequel. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's a sequel. Okay. Like if it's another season of television, that's a sequel.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
And can it be after the first? Okay, so let's say the thing had like 4 seasons. Could you put that in your list of things you wish had a sequel?
Oh,
so
sure.
You wish it had another season?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Like for example, I'm a big Chuck fan. You know. And it had 5 seasons, and I still want more.
Yeah.
You know, like it had a pretty definitive end too. You know, but I still want more.
You know what? I think I'll rewatch Chuck. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I mean, I have the Blu-rays because that's one of the few shows I have on Blu-rays. But yeah, no, I can think of a bunch of stuff that I wish had gotten another season or a sequel or or whatever. There is a show. Me and Brock bring this up all the fucking time. There is a show on Fox that starred Taye Diggs, and it's called Daybreak. And it was like a cop in Miami, but he was stuck in a fucking Groundhog Day loop.
Oh, the newspaper. The newspaper.
No. Didn't have a newspaper. He was a cop. But I know there is a show that is revolving around that dude who like gets newspapers from the future or some shit.
Yeah.
It was called Early Edition.
Yes.
That is one of my grandmother's favorite shows.
All right. See, you're getting a little taste of next week's show right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, man, I watched a lot of shit since I've been out.
See, something that's happened is, I've watched some stuff on my own because, Jessica's not around as much anymore. We haven't binged as much stuff because, A, she's not around as much. But, we finished some shows. I'm not going to mention the TV shows because I mentioned those all with Nate. But I didn't talk about movies we'd watched. We watched Parasite and the new Invisible Man.
Okay. All right. I've seen both of those as well.
Okay, yeah. I thought Parasite was fucking phenomenal. And I thought The Invisible Man was pretty solid.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this. Do you count The Invisible Man as from like in the same area as like The Mummy with Tom Cruise?
No, because it's not. Because I think we talked about this on Fork years ago when they announced that whole Dark Pictures anthology universe. And it was going to be Johnny Depp playing The Invisible Man. Remember that?
Yeah, but,
there's like a cast photo of him and Tom Cruise, and Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein and shit.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No, I do remember that.
That's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was great. It was. I like how it was. Spoiler 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. it was like a suit, as opposed to like I drank this drink, or you know what I mean, like magic or whatever.
Yeah, I loved that it was tech based. Spoiler alert for Invisible Man, in case you didn't hear Mike. He got a little garbled there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But yeah,
We're the mobile base, baby.
The mobile base. But yeah, no, it was good. I thought it was well directed. Did you know that it was directed by the motherfucker who was in Saw 1? Like, he was the other dude chained to the floor?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like, I saw him.
I didn't know that.
I was like, what the fuck? This dude has not aged a day.
Nope.
Like, what the hell?
And Parasite was great.
Dude, man. I didn't know what to expect with Parasite, but I fucking loved it so fucking much. Like, I don't want to give away the twist in that movie because it's so fucking good.
No.
Because I feel like if you go see The Invisible Man, you know, because it's there's a movie from 1930 something, like you know what you're getting into.
Also, one from the early 2000s starring Kevin Bacon.
Incorrect, Mike. It was called Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
Yeah, and it had a fucking sicko Kevin Bacon invisibly feeling up titties in that film.
It's the same movie, though. It's The Invisible Man. You can call it whatever you want.
Hey, I'm just trying to protect their copyright infringement, okay?
That's true. It also had an invisible gorilla.
Did it really? God, I haven't fucking...
That's how they tested out the serum on the gorilla.
Oh, man.
And they did like a really cool scene of the gorilla, and then like its skin disappeared and its veins and muscles and stuff, and then it reappeared because it died. Spoiler alert on a movie that's like 20 years old now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be real. I knew that was a bad movie. I did watch it for the titties.
I mean, it's definitely a tit movie. I mean, we all have those.
There may or may not be a subreddit that I'm subscribed to. That's, watch it for the plot.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's the subreddit.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's an amazing subreddit.
I'm gonna check it out when I get home.
Super
Watch
good.
It for the plot.
Yeah, and it's just gifs of those scenes from the movie.
Of the shit scenes.
Yep, it's phenomenal.
Nice. I've rewatched. I must have watched. I bought Joker on Amazon.
Still haven't seen it.
It's okay. The way I describe this movie is, don't go into it thinking you're gonna see like the clown prince of crime. It's The Killing Joke. If you've read that comic.
I have, and also the movie.
It's okay. It's in essence it's like a gangster.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I just, and I've been saying this since last year, I just refuse to pay for it. When it's on HBO Max in like a couple of days or whatever, I'll check it out there.
I believe it's on HBO now, actually.
Is
not
it?
Now, like the series, but like not now as a service, but like now as in like at this moment in time, it's on HBO.
I mean, I can check. Let's see, Joker. Oh, yeah. You're totally fucking right. It is on HBO. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to check that out.
It's, I mean, like I said, I enjoyed it, but I also enjoy all Jokers except for that one that we've already spoken of.
I won that bet. I remember.
Yeah, what was it? Is it Joe DiMaggio?
Yep.
It was Bender as Joker.
Uh-huh. It was not good.
Not good at all.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I if you go into it, like I said, expecting to see Batman or whatever. Also, hey, Robert Pattinson as Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way.
So
I'm hopefully optimistic.
You've seen the suit, right?
I have.
So, I don't like the suit.
You don't like it?
Not one bit.
Okay.
However, Andy Serkis, who's playing Alfred in that new Batman, he let slip that the movie's probably going to take place in 3 different time periods.
Oh.
And probably what we've seen of that Batmobile in that suit, that is like Batman Year One.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that makes sense about that is there's also 3 villains in the film. Which, as we know from various movies, Batman included, having 3 villains is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But if we're doing like a broad stroke, or maybe even like it ties all the plots together. So you've got Penguin, you've got Catwoman, and you've got the Riddler, right?
Okay.
So if you have like Year 1, he's fighting Gangster Penguin. You know, Year 5, he's falling in love with Catwoman, and Catwoman's fucking him over or something. And then tie that all with the thread of like the Riddler coming in like Act 3 or something, and he's like adult Batman or some shit. You know, that could be a very compelling movie.
I mean,
if he can be good at being Batman and Bruce Wayne.
I mean, he's a good actor.
Okay.
Have you not seen Lighthouse?
No, I want to though. Is it good?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. Just hated it.
Okay.
Just
I mean,
hated it.
it's just 2 men going insane, right?
Yeah.
See, I'm into that. Like, the whole thing, the black and white, the fucking 4x9 or whatever, like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
When you first watch it, you think your TV's fucked up. Like, full screen.
Yeah.
You can't do it. That's the way, you know what I mean?
I mean, you probably got a stretch setting on your TV, but, you know, don't do that.
Don't. Watch it the way the director wanted it to be watched.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I liked it, just hated it because she didn't like The Witch.
I've not seen that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I didn't like The Witch either.
Okay.
And I like most movies.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the cinephile. I can find something I like in any movie.
Yeah, you and Brock.
Yeah. Brock and I have spoken about this too.
Okay.
At length. We're both cinephiles. We can find something redeeming in a movie. Have you seen either Midsommar or Hereditary? I know these are old movies.
Neither.
But, you know. Okay. I fucked up one time and watched Hereditary by myself in the dark while Jess was at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's some. I see things in movies.
See, but you get jump scared though.
I do get jump scared.
Yeah.
Even when I know it's coming, I get jump scared. And it's. I guess I wanted to like torture myself to see if anything changed. Guess what? It did. I mean, it's not very jump scary though. That movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like The Nun or like The Happening or what or not The Happening. Sorry, The Conjuring.
How dare you mention my most hated movie of all fucking time?
The trees did it.
Fucking how dare you? It wasn't the trees, it's the fucking pollen.
It's the wind.
Yeah, the fucking wind.
But
you know what's funny though? Like right now, that movie probably actually is scary because of Corona.
Oh, yeah, exactly. M. Night Shyamalan was just before his time.
He overshot that or undershot that by a lot.
Yeah, he undershot that he bricked that one.
That's fine.
Oh, dude, movies.
Did I ever talk to you about a Servant?
Is that a movie or like something
no,
into?
it's a TV show. Something I'm into.
I don't know, man. I'm a judge. Please tell me you recorded that.
Oh yes, okay. Yes we did. No.
Oh God.
Servant.
I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
Servant is an M. Night Shyamalan TV show, and it's super fucking good.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's an Apple TV Plus TV show, so you gotta have some sort of Apple way to see it, or if your TV supports it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's available. not a lot of places, but more places than just Apple things. But it's really, really fucking good. So what it is it's shot entirely from inside one house. Like the cameras never leave the door, like on purpose. And it's about this like famous chef and his wife who's like on the 11 o'clock news. And they had a baby, and then her baby died, and she went a little nutty about it. And so
I think I did see the previews of it, like the trailer for this.
Yeah, and so they got like a baby doll that like looks real, but that's like fake. And then they hire like this 18-year-old girl to like watch the baby during the day while they're at work. And weird shit happens.
Okay.
Weird shit happens from there.
All right.
And it's like super claustrophobic and Sixth Sense-y with kind of comparing it to other Shyamalan stuff. Like it's a little bit Sixth Sense-y. It's a little bit what's that one? It's a little bit Signs-y, not with the alien part, but with the like being terrified in your own house kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking great.
Okay.
Oh, and fucking the guy who played son of a bitch. His name, not Harry Potter, not Hermione, the other one, the redhead. Why am I blanking on his name?
Ron Weasley?
Yeah, Ron Weasley. The guy who played Ron Weasley's in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's fucking super good.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, it's super good, dude.
There has to be a way I can find. There has to be someone I know that has Apple TV that I could potentially help them pay their bill so I can get to log on.
Yeah, I mean you can see it from a browser. You can see it from your Apple account. If your TV has smart, is your TV a smart TV?
Yeah.
What year did you get your TV?
2 years ago.
What brand is it?
I don't. I want to say it's a Sony, but I might be wrong.
Okay, so LG's, Samsung's, Vizio's, they've got like a smart TV app that's just like the little Apple TV app. And there's like a free, 7-day trial or whatever. Definitely totally worth it to binge, for sure. Amongst other shows on their service. But if you want something that's kind of like claustrophobic and like what the fuck is happening, like it is definitely that, firing on all cylinders. Okay. And the other thing about it that's strange for it being like this psychological thriller is it's a half-hour show. And like when I was watching it with Jessica, like we would feel like kind of exhausted after 30 minutes because it's so fucking tense.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank God it's 30 minutes. I feel like we've been watching a movie here. Oh my God.
After 30 minutes, you shake it out. You're like, whew, all right, let's go for a walk, huh?
Well, every episode gives you a what the fuck and a what's happening. No, is this bad? It's probably it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
The camera's rounding the corner. Oh my God, what's happening? Like,
oh man.
Oh, there's so many. Like, and it's so surprising too because it is very, when I think about the whole season, it's very simple, but it's like directed and acted so fucking well. It's totally got like all of the spirit of like those early Shyamalan films.
Okay, you said The Servant?
Yeah, or just Servant.
Oh, okay, Servant. Got it.
Yeah, the pictures will usually be just like a husband and a wife, and then a weird looking girl holding a baby.
Servant. Helen Mirren's in it?
No.
Nope, that's the movie. Yeah, never mind. Oh, sorry, Dame Helen Mirren. forgive me.
Sounds like you are parked, good sir.
Apple TV. Boom. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I can get it. Cool.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the baby looks super creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me running.
I watched some behind the scenes stuff on it, and the fake baby that they use that's also part of the plot. I guess it's a real thing. Like they used like a real thing, like it's a real psychological thing for mothers that have like, gave birth but then still birth or something, to like help with the postpartum depression and shit or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. But, man, I'm gonna say this right now. This was great.
Yeah, this is good.
This was super fun. Good to catch up with you.
For sure.
Good to set it up again because now, we're gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
I do like how when I searched it on my phone on my iPhone, one of the things that came up was is Servant on Apple TV scary? Like, how like they give you the question, like the people also asked. I'm like, hey, you asshole.
Yeah. It's a good one. I mean, there's other great shows on Apple TV, so if you get it, I can totally recommend other things that are on the service that are fantastic as well.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You ready to sign off, buddy?
Yeah, let me sign off. Jessica's coming to the door now. I can see her looking for me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, alrighty, dude. Catch you on the next one.
Oh yeah, we're easy breezy. I forgot. Shazam!
There's something I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. It's coming back, baby.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Take care.
All right, Tim. Take care, man.
Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
This is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival by author Tim K.A. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.